Over the years, as you can imagine, I've had a lot of crazed fans run up to me and demand one thing: that I sit on the floor for my G-Fest haul videos like old times. And I always give them the same response. I said I'd do it for 100 likes at the end of my last haul video. And then they punch me in the face usually. Probably because I didn't make it too clear last year, which is why it only has 35 likes. So next year, if you want to see me sit on the floor like old times, make sure you get this video to 70 likes. Hello fellow kaiju fans, it is GPTV, and today I'm going to be showing you my G-Fest 28 haul. Overall, I gotta say this year's G-Fest was definitely the best experience I've ever had at G-Fest. The actual convention itself could use a few updates. Actually a big long list of updates, but that's for another time. What matters is the vendor's room, and the vendor's room was so much better this year. Prices felt like they were lower. Bargain bins, there were so many bargain bins. I was so happy to see that. From day one, too. I expected bargain bins to only show up on Sunday, like they did last year, but from day one, they were there. There was a lot of $5 bins, too. That was nice. So overall, way more pleased with the vendor's room. Now, normally my policy is if you have Godzilla in your channel name, you have to buy like no Godzilla figures at all and confuse your audience. However, I'm just GPTV now. The Godzilla is technically out of the name, so naturally I still didn't buy very much Godzilla stuff. But let's start things off simple. Shirt. This year's shirt. It's certainly different. I believe there was a black one, but I didn't buy it this year. I got the tan one. Just to shake things up. It's definitely not the best one. I think I feel the same about it as I did last year, where it's like, alright, could be better. But this year I also did buy this shirt. Or my dad did. I don't know, they talked him into buying it, so I have this now. I kind of like it. Looks like Ohio. Alright, dealer's room opens on day one. If you want to see how crazy and hectic that was, go watch my vlog. It's on YouTube now. But the first thing I did, along with pretty much everyone else, was run to the YMSF table. Because we knew he was selling some good stuff this year. Last year, I didn't really want anything from YMSF's table. But this year, I want a Gamera. This Gamera figure is beautiful. The paint job on it is amazing. I love that I finally have a Gamera figure in my collection. So he was $50 and he was the first thing I got. The next thing I bought is the natural next step. It's the figure where if you didn't buy it, you're a loser. Rebirth Jiger. This thing is awesome. I love it. The detail on it, the paint on it, it's all very good. I love it. And it's just so nice to have this figure. And it's also nice not to be a loser. The next figure I got was a very gracious gift to me from Robozilla64. Thank you very much for buying this for me. It's Fire Wyndham. I went into this G-Fest wanting some Ultraman Mebius figures, and while I was hoping more for something like Kelbeam, Dinosaur, the Sidora, the Astron, I still got this. I saw it and immediately was like, yeah, I want that. So yeah, obviously I'm glad to have it. Despite it being a gift, I do know that was $20, just in case you were wondering. This next figure is a little bit filthy. It's a little dirty. But it was $5. It's Reedoraka. If you want to know what the heck I'm rambling about, look at that nasty little hand. Looks like he reached into that box from my spinning wheel video. He's getting a bubble bath. I'll probably get in there with my rubber duck too. He was only $5, so not much to complain about. It's also nice just to have a Reedoraka figure, you know. I will say some nice bud did pay for this for me. However, I got him back by paying for a $5 figure for him, so we're even. Speaking of him, he talked me into buying this for $15. It's the DX Griza Final Form. Look at this glorious beast. The paint job on this figure is obviously very lacking, but it's big. So it's cool. Once again, I have to thank Robozilla64 for paying for some of this figure. We split it. And that is the YMSF Godzilla 1965. This has been something I've been wanting for years and years. Godzilla 1965? Are you kidding me? However, I got a bad one. Look at that tooth paint. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Did I really have to get the only one like that? I'm fixing it. I'm repainting that mouth because I am using this and stuff. If that paint was fixed, oh my god, I wouldn't be able to stop praising this thing. It really is awesome, and I am so happy to have this. For $50, oh, look at those translucent spines. If you know me, you know I love some translucent figures. And if you don't know me, hello fellow kaiju fans, it is GPTV, and today I'm going to be
showing you my G-Fest haul video.
Sorry. I don't know what that was. But that right there is the end of the first day of G-Fest. Lots of good well, 6 good toys. So on that first day, Hidetaka Taguchi, the director of Ultraman X, Orb, Z, and now Blazar, was there, just walking around, and he signed one of my friend's figures, and I'm like, wow, I need that to happen to me. So I spent $15 on this Orb figure, thinking, you know, I could go up to him and have him sign it. But if you watch my vlog, you'll see he tells me, yeah, I got an autograph table. Sorry. So I spent $15 on this for nothing. Still nice to have an Orb. Probably gonna sell it, but yeah. The next thing I bought was the price I wish Orb was for, and it's a $5 Black End minifigure. I've wanted a Black End figure for years, and I'm so glad to finally have this thing. The final boss of Ultraman Leo. I will be using him in something at some point. I don't know what, but this is happening. And the figures keep getting cheaper because the next one was free, and this time it wasn't a gift, it was broken. So the dealer just let me run off with him without paying because he was broken. And that's this Mukadender figure. You can see right where he's broken right there. I saw him like, oh, no, I could throw some $15 at that. And I saw he was broken, and I'm like, okay, $5. I asked the guy how much, and he said free. I don't know what's going on with those legs. They're pretty messed up too. I kind of fiddled with them a bunch to try and get them so he could stand right, but they're ruined. I might like fill in that hole and like make it look bloody, like his horn got ripped off or something. On my list this year, I wanted to get some of the Shin Ultraman figures I had missed, and luckily they had a lot of Shin Ultraman figures there, including this Mephiles, which was $20. I would have liked to have gotten the Ultra Action one at least, but they didn't have that. So to continue with the Shin figures, I decided to get the one that I missed that I wanted the most, and that's the beautiful Shin Gamas for $35. As soon as this figure was announced, I wanted it super bad because Shin Gamas is such an awesome concept, and the figure looks really good. Like, look at his tail. Ugh, it's so creepy. So by the end of the second day, I was kind of, you know, trying to check off my list. There's some figures I had seen there earlier that I wanted, but I didn't feel the urge to buy that very second when I saw them, and I felt bad about that, so I wanted to go back and get them. One of which being Shin Gamas, and the other being a Burning Godzilla figure. He's translucent, and he's got a white tail, and he's cool. And I saw him for $35 when I wanted to get him. And when I went to the table, instead of the man who's usually there, there's this little munchkin. This little kid. And I asked him how much the figure is. And that little brat says $45 right to my face. And I was about to be all like, and then I realized these are toys, so I shouldn't. So I walked away, knowing he was wrong. Disappointed that I couldn't spend my money on that figure that I so desperately wanted. So instead, I went over to Radioactive Toys and bought some Ultraman monsters. For $15, I got Bozab. He's from such an awesome episode in Dyna, and I really wanted to get him for a while now, so I'm glad that I finally have him. And I got him with this Scorpus for $20. Scorpus is from one of the Ultraman Cosmos movies. I am pretty sure the second one. While I haven't seen the movie, I've always been a big fan of this monster's design, and have wanted the figure for a while. So I'm glad that I finally have him. Now that is the end of figures for day 2. Remember how I said I wanted to get my Orb signed by Taguchi? Well, he got his table set up by the end of the day, so I went down there and got a $30 signature. Could have been free if I had been timely, but I got it on a poster instead of a toy, which is probably a little better. I'm gonna hang it over there. There it is, the signature of the legend himself. And right now I'm looking at the back of it and seeing it has a Deckard thing on there, and now I kind of want to throw this away. Sorry. I'm kidding. This is getting framed, and this part's the only one I'm seeing. This is awesome. Of course, I also got a picture with him in my recently signed poster, which was very nice. I also got this. Apparently they like handed this out at some point. I don't know, my dad just had it. I don't know really where it came from. Super G? No. Next year is Super G-Fest, because there's going to be 2 live-action Godzilla movies between now and next G-Fest. So it's Super G-Fest. Everyone call it Super G-Fest, unless you want to be a loser. Alright, and now we start the final day of G-Fest, which I had $150 to start off with. And I think I got some good things. I went back to the table with the Burning Godzilla, and that stupid little munchkin wasn't there anymore. It was an adult. And he gave it to me for $35, which is what it was supposed to be. This thing is beautiful. I love it. This is the best Burning Godzilla figure there is, besides like the Monster Earth. Because he's translucent plastic with black paint over him. Told you earlier I like translucent figures, so you should have listened. If you've seen my collection video, you know I do have a Burning Godzilla figure down there. However, my dog chewed on it when we first got my dog like almost 10 years ago now. So I've had a broken Burning Godzilla figure for years and years and years. I've been wanting to replace it, and I got the best possible replacement. Then I noticed that one of the $10 bins was marked down to a $5 bin and had a sign that said, "Please buy." So I bought Zamshire for $5. Also from Mebius, I continued on with my vow to get Mebius figures. Once again, not necessarily one of the Mebius figures I was looking for, but he's cool. I like his episode, so I got him. Speaking of $5 bins, there was one with Spark Dolls, so I got Snowgon and Bolton Battler for $5 each. It's rare to find a well-priced original Spark Doll these days, and obviously Snowgon is very rare because of that. And if you don't believe me, he was only $5 right there. And yes, also for $5, Bolton from that one game. And if you don't know what game, his ginormous tag lets you know. Like, it's bigger than the figure. It's genuinely like almost bigger than the figure. But he's cool looking, so I decided I should get him. Now, of course, this was Sunday, the final day, so this is the day where I cracked my knuckles and got ready for a little bit of bargaining. Was not very much bargaining, I will say that. I got this $30 Gauss down to $25. The lady didn't want to do it, but I looked at her with my sad, pleading eyes, and she caved. Here he is, the glorious new Gauss. I am very impressed with these Rebirth figures, and this one is no exception. It's the end of Sunday. I had a little bit of money left, and my dad was with me. So I gave him the old elbow, the old nudge, pointed at my dream figure and said, "Can I get this?" So once again, I split the money on a figure. This time with my dad. SH Figure Arts Dinah. Can't wait to open this and have it be defective or something, because this was a lot of money, and I love Dinah so much. Dinah is one of my favorite Ultramen, and I am so glad to finally have this figure. Quite the upgrade from my Ultra Action one. Now, I've been saving my opening of this figure for this very video, so you're going to get the live reaction to me opening this box. That is a much more satisfying opening of a box than most figures. Look at this instruction manual, it's so fancy. It's just, there's Dinah, there he is. I believe he has accessories. Oh, he does. They're underneath. I'm not gonna bother getting the accessories out, but I will bother getting Dinah out. I feel like I need to go like wash my hands after touching all those grubby, dirty figures before I touch this thing. I did it, I washed my hands. Wow. Wow. Dinah. The head sculpt on this thing is beautiful. Oh, I'm gonna be getting good videos out of this. Unfortunately, chances are you clicked on this video expecting to see Godzilla toys, so I won't bore you with this too much. There's also my name tag. I'm not gonna show it because it shows my last name. However, they forgot to print my first name, so it's just my last name. Yep, that's officially my entire G-Fest 28 haul. Isn't it nice? There's some good toys right there, boys. And girls. As you can see, I got a lot of good toys in the awesome new and improved vendor's room, and I can't wait to see what they're gonna have at Super G-Fest next year. This has been GPTV. Super excited for Super G-Fest next year. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, check the links in the description, especially my Instagram and Discord server, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.